Deep beneath the glacier, in a chamber at the end, scientists come face to face with ice. Then it's 2 days of hard work using hot water to melt a cave big enough to get inside the glacier and see it in all its glory. Miriam Jackson is a glaciologist who spends up to 3 weeks at a time down here.
So we're now at the very bottom of the glacier. We're under 200 metres of ice, and it's closing in on us all the time. While we work in here, we have to work quickly to get our work done before the glacier closes in completely.
Here, at the very bottom of the glacier, it's possible to see how ice is able to slice right through solid rock.
Here we have the basal ice. It's very pure, it's very clean, and then suddenly, about a metre or so above the bed, it becomes very dirty. This is the bottom of the glacier. As the glacier moves along, it picks up a lot of sediment, and you can see that there's bits of gravel in. There's rocks as well that have been carried along by the glacier. They're also just rubbing along at the bottom of the glacier. It's like sandpaper just wearing away and wearing away at the rock underneath.
So it's not the ice itself that does all the damage. It's the debris that it picks up along the way.
We find quite big rocks, a metre across, and also on other glaciers they found them up to the size of a house. So the glacier is very powerful. It can carry absolutely huge pieces of rock along with it and transport them down the valley.
The ice cave has another surprise. One that may help explain why something as apparently solid as ice can also bend and flow.
One of the interesting things we found in the ice is water pockets. And you don't usually see this in the glacier, it's just the ice at the bottom of the glacier. And the water pockets, there's not really much known about them. They haven't really been studied well in other places. And you actually see an example of one just up here. And we opened this up a bit when we were melting, but there was water in here. And it's quite strange that this is a glacier and it's all frozen, and yet there's these little pockets of water at the very bottom of the glacier that somehow have managed to stay as a liquid. Just the presence of these holes in the ice with water in does make the ice softer and it makes it flow more easily.
These water pockets apparently make the ice less brittle, so it can bend around obstacles in the landscape.
We were very surprised to see this. It was something that we didn't know about before. People have studied glaciers for years, and then suddenly you find this feature that wasn't really known about.
These water pockets help explain how ice can flow so easily. It's far from the rigid, solid mass that at first appears. As if to prove the point, the ice invades the space Miriam leaves behind. In just 3 days, the magical ice cave disappears.